I know you see somehow the world
Hello.
changed to me.
In
It
me,
is
so
a
we're getting
wonder.
copyrighted in the first 10 seconds. Hello world. Welcome back to the show.
Which we have not. Oh, no,
with the most beautiful guests up next.
I'm telling you this out there.
We got Mr. Gaspy, aka Savage Gasp, aka the man himself.
Were you going to say my
What?
man?
Yeah, what were you
You
gonna
were
say, my man?
What's good, man? How you doing today?
Hey man, you know, honestly, I'm chilling.
It's so good to see you again. You want a handshake or hold my hand? I had a feeling you were gonna hold my hand.
Thank you for having me. Just want to be close to you.
We are so happy to have you on this fantastic podcast of ours. And thank you for driving out here. It's a big moment.
Bro, yeah, I mean, even though we be talking all the time.
False. You definitely dodged my calls, but it's
No,
all good.
no,
We don't talk about that here.
I'm
It's all
very
good.
happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. This is our first episode with a in-person guest. So be honored about that.
I am honored. Thank you so much.
Be fucking honored.
we got drinks in hands. We got good times rolling. And yeah, we're going to talk about some juicy stuff.
Oh God.
What should we talk about first?
Not too juicy.
Let's talk about how's that new album coming?
Oh, like, are you asking if I'm working on an
Are
album
you
right
working
now?
on a new album?
So I made this decision recently. I think I'm gonna take a break from making albums.
Whoa.
In general, yeah. I guess I did.
We're going mixtape era then?
No.
Or
I
singles.
think I think I want to just drop singles because honestly, like I've dropped 3 albums now. You know, I've been making music for a pretty good while.
Facts.
And I don't know, dude. I feel like I need to get back. I felt like I needed a change recently, as you can tell by the fact that I look like the Joker right now.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, but I was just like, I was thinking about it, and I just decided that I think I need to just kind of get back to like basics, really, of like why I started making music, because I feel like part of me has lost touch with some of the fun that I was having at first at this point.
Well, here's a hot question. Albums are overrated. Do you agree or disagree?
I think it depends on the artist and the like type of fan base, I guess, that they've like cultivated.
Yeah.
For me personally, like I do enjoy making them, and I think that people are like receptive and like they think it's cool when I do, but it's I don't know, it's something about just like making the singles like fast, like I guess how I started off, like making them fast.
That's
and
how
then
he
like
started.
I was
he
gonna
was,
say,
he was
like-
posting singles, and I feel like it got more attention that way
yeah,
than
for
songs
sure.
getting hidden in between. Like, we love a lot of songs in his album that got completely hidden.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
they get flattened by like obviously the bigger songs or whatever like people are into at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Because we're going to jump into it already, but like Let Me Die, my favorite song off The Long Halloween, right?
see, and I feel like a lot of people that listen to me probably don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Because like it's like track like 8, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It might have got
I
hidden in
should
there.
have, when we met Pole Arm the other day, I should have told him how much he went in on that fucking song.
Yeah, he had the best verse on that album. I think.
I'm like on a production value as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
fantastic.
He like produces pretty much like everything for me.
What do you look for? I've been always wondering. Okay, so like, oh, sorry, I'm jumping far ahead because we've known each other for 2.5 years now.
Almost 3 years, right?
Yeah,
because it
Jesus.
was summer
Oh
2019.
my God, you're right.
So coming up on 3 years.
All right, I'm gonna tell the story how it happened. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So I am 21 years old, and I'm super broke. I work at a coffee shop.
At the time, not now.
yeah.
Make it clear.
Yeah, oh yeah, at the time. And I was doing YouTube for almost like 2 years straight, and within that time frame, I gained like 1,000 subs, like super beyond slow process, right? And then came across a mutual friend of ours, Patrick CC.
Oh yeah.
Posted a video about you and TikTok and how TikTok was just taking over. And that video alone, mixed with some other stuff, like really inspired me to get on the platform. And the rest is history. We took off. And then literally within a month of TikTok happening, it was literally July. It was July when your song was popping off. What was that song called again?
Which one?
The first one.
First it was Tunnel of Love.
Oh, no, yours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want people to hear
Pumpkin
it from you.
Scream in the Dead
There
of
you
Night.
go, yeah.
Let Me Grab My Death Note.
Yeah.
Don't know her. Crazy times.
Yeah,
so.
shouldn't
Yeah,
have
because I
gone
saw
told you.
his video. Somebody made a video of you. You were in a car. And so I was like, hey, I'm the guy who sings the song. And that
Yeah.
video went viral.
I remember
And that's
that.
when I saw that video of him.
Yeah, and like, dude, like literally I was just doing what I normally was doing, was just like not even paying super like into what songs were popping up. I was like, the song's trending this week, cool, like let me remix it. So I remixed yours, lo-fied it, like just like any other thing.
Life Note.
Yeah, Life Note.
Love
and you
it,
hit me
yeah.
up and you
It
were
was
like,
awesome.
yo, dude, this is fire. And that's how we connected. And the first time we ever FaceTimed, you had a huge like penis water bottle. Do you remember that? It was like
What?
it was like a dildo water bottle. I have a selfie of it too.
A penis water
Yeah,
bottle?
it's like a huge like.
It was
dildo
when I lived
cup.
in Boston.
Yeah, you
I-
remember? It was like pink.
I don't remember. Oh, you know what?
Yes.
I do actually.
Yeah, and
I
like,
don't know why I had that.
dude. I don't know what it was, but like look, we've been married for over 3 years now. We live these very like old people lifestyles,
Oh,
and
I
you
know.
were like the definition of just having fun, like being wild. And
I was young
yeah,
at the time.
And-
I mean,
like I mean this in the best way possible. Like I don't like. It kind of doesn't make sense that we've been friends this long. And what I mean, just based off like
He's like, oh, fuck.
yeah, what does that mean?
no, like we're very opposite in a lot of ways. But
Oh, yeah,
from the
yeah.
minute we FaceTime to the minute that we like met in person, we kind of just like clicked and we're like,
But I
we
think
were
he
cool.
clicked because I think he also respected our relationship. Where like, I think a lot of people admire somebody who settles, and I think he liked that, and it was comfortable.
We gave you comfort.
Yeah, I think I like Six said, like I really like just respected the relationship of like what you guys had, because obviously like that wasn't the lifestyle that I was living
Yeah,
at the time,
yeah,
or even
exactly.
now. But it's like I could always like respect it, and like
Yeah.
obviously you guys were super nice. I think we all have a lot of common interests too.
Yeah, of course.
And like from day one, we were still like having a lot of fun. Like obviously you're old, but and the lifestyle you're
We're
living
old
is
in
old.
here.
literally
right?
1 year older. Yeah.
But I'm saying like
Well-
there was always something for us to talk
Yeah.
about.
But I think what shows a lot with our journey with all of us is that like, it was only natural that like, okay, you have a song blowing up on TikTok. I'm doing my thing. It's only natural we get in the studio, we make a song together,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I send you a pack of beats, and you're like, don't ever send me a pack of beats ever again. And
Yep.
like that easily could have like upset me and been like, oh fuck this guy, like we're not cool. But like I instantly knew that was just like your personality and like in our relationship.
Well, it was
I was like,
honest, so.
yeah, and I just like loved how like honest you were about it, you
Yeah.
know. And then we just kind of like left it at that, and I don't think I ever sent you a beat ever again.
See, okay. Well,
Even though we have songs together,
I was
we
gonna
have
say,
songs together.
I do feel like everybody should be honest
Yes,
with each other,
facts.
and I think that's another foundational like point in any relationship that lasts
Yep.
is honesty.
Yeah,
In my opinion, because that's how I like go about all of my relationships. So when I said that, it wasn't to be like,
Hurtful.
oh fuck
no,
you,
and,
or,
I knew that too.
whatever. It was just genuinely like, especially me coming from at that point as someone that had watched your videos and seen what you do and like being a fan of you,
Yeah.
I was like, we could definitely make something way better than what we would make with this.
Yeah,
But then we did,
and we did. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
right?
And then
because all we had to do was get together in person.
yeah.
And I had to wrangle up Freddie and then take him. To
Yeah,
do
literally. But
the thing.
I was just like showing you beats one night. We went to Dave and Buster's. It was that night we went to Dave and Buster's.
I had 101 fever too.
She was sick as a fucking dog.
What? This is still the first time that we had met each
Yeah.
other.
Oh shit! Fuck! I'm going ahead. I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
trying
right.
to tell this whole. We
we
even
met
talked
him.
about
We met him beforehand.
the music video.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had a mutual, and they invited us for you and someone else who will not be named to be in a music video with you for your for Tunnel of Love, which was a huge song. And we were like super honored because we're like, fuck, this song is ginormous on TikTok, and the fact that like you get to be in the music video and everything, and you guys play like in the video, you guys are like each other's dates, which is fantastic.
Super funny. Yeah.
And like it's so funny because like we have an unbelievably secure relationship obviously in our marriage, so like even you were like, yo, like, is it cool with you? But I'm like,
I
dude,
remember
that.
you could fucking like swing around, like I don't care.
Well,
It's for
I didn't know you guys either, so I wanted
Yeah.
to be extra respectful
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
because obviously you had told me that you had been married already, so I was really
Yeah,
trying to
sure.
go the extra mile to
Yeah.
be like, listen, man. Like,
You're,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I don't know why they're married this young, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna be very, very fucking careful.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know you either. Like, I mean, if we did something like that now, like, it would probably be like way more comfortable and like
Yeah.
Oh my
funny.
God,
Because
yeah.
I remember being like, I hope I don't like.
But
piss
it
them off.
actually added to like the awkwardness in the video. Like, you're meeting this girl for the first time, and you're kind of like,
yeah.
but my favorite shot and it's underrated because it's only in the video for like a clip. But you guys, I don't know whose idea it was, probably the director's idea, for you guys to do like the water gun
Oh,
game.
I won.
And
yeah,
she
yeah.
fucking won. And the ringer, and you won a stuffed animal, and like it was just like perfect. Like, what are the odds that like you fucking won?
Well,
It's not the
love
odds.
that.
I know I was
yeah, I
gonna
was
win.
gonna say you just won.
Yeah, but
I'm not very like coordinated.
Yeah.
either. I feel like
I love those games.
so I thought
Yeah,
that
I was
was
gonna
sick.
say I'm not the best at stuff like that.
So speaking of, and this was filmed at the OC Fair. Speaking of the OC Fair, we have two handsome gentlemen behind the cameras right now. Shout out to Kevboy Perry and
Yeah.
Ethan. So I haven't told you this story. Fun little story. I recently found out that I'm dangerously afraid of heights.
really?
Oh yeah,
Had
that's
no
really-
idea. So
He
us
found out after.
four, all went on a double date. Okay, and we all went to the fair, and it was like in the summertime. Whose idea? It was fucking one of you guys' idea was to go on the ski lift thing or whatever.
Oh
It was
yeah.
Kevin.
Now I've
I
been.
thought it was before. I liked it. I love the ski lift.
She loves
I
it.
love it.
What is that?
It's when you know, like when you.
Oh, where your feet are
Yeah.
hanging and
Yeah.
like the
You know,
thing,
like when you snowboard.
Yeah, that
those
fucking-
kind-
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. They have in the OC Fair to like look over the fair, and you can go to one end to the start
Yeah.
of the fair
to the other.
so you don't have to walk, but it costs
So-
us tickets though too.
Yeah, so I've been snowboarding once. Excuse me, sorry. Been snowboarding once and did the whole ski lift thing. I was fine. I was over snow, so I was like, okay, no biggie, like
Have
whatever.
you watched the movie? Okay, never mind.
But you're gonna be hurt if you fall.
Well, but like subconsciously, you're like, it's snow, even though you'd probably break a leg. It don't matter. The whole point is like I was
can
not
see
even
your
thinking.
point.
So we get on this ski lift, and I'm already kind of like tripping. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And we get on, and almost instantly, I'm like, whoa, hold
No,
the
it
fuck
took you a
up.
while. It
Yeah.
took you, like everything was good. Everything was
Yeah.
quiet.
And it was nighttime.
It was too quiet though.
Yeah.
It was like that moment where I'm like, okay, he has not said anything in a really minute.
And anyone listening who's been at any fair, these rides are janky
First
as
of all,
hell.
ski lift
They
is there.
are.
Right?
They
Ski
are.
lift's been there for like a
Yeah.
decade.
So it's janky as hell. We're overlooking that like 1,000 people, or if not more.
You know
over
that
this whole
shit was
fair.
built like 40 years
Yeah,
ago.
literally, right? And just knowing that it's a pickup and take down kind of
And
setup.
I think it was freaking him out because you could hear the wires clinking.
Oh, and
like
it's,
it's
like,
like crunching and
yeah.
it's like
and
yeah.
dude, one little shit,
and it's jerking
Yeah.
kind
yeah,
of, yeah.
and like one little move, and you're rocking and shit, and dude, like I start bugging, like I'm like,
It was
I
quiet.
need to get the fuck
It was
off
quiet.
this
No,
thing.
wait.
But
Whoa.
No,
Okay,
it
okay.
wasn't like that. No, it was like quiet. We're going up, and I'm like, you know, it was too quiet. And all of a sudden, he just broke something. He goes, "No, I gotta get off. I gotta get off now.
No.
Now." And we barely just went up. And he
How
goes,
recent was this?
it was over the summer, a few months ago, and it was terrifying. But anyways, I
He's like, "Give me
I made
gum."
it out alive.
He goes,
and
"Give
like,
me
my-
gum. I need
yeah,
something."
And dude, like my only thought was like, I need to get down, like even if I had to jump.
Wow.
Isn't that insane? Scary.
Dude, where did that
So,
come from? Because
I don't
feel
know.
like
So I was gonna ask,
the-
are you afraid of heights or anything?
No, not afraid of heights at all. I mean, I don't like love roller coasters, but that's because I have like some motion sickness thing, and I
Oh,
found this
got it.
out recently too in October because I went to VR World in New York, which is
Oh.
it's
Oh,
it's
shit.
like a place where like they have all sorts of like different VR games and stuff, and
Yeah.
I had only played it. I'd played Phasmophobia on VR one time, and I threw up.
Oh shit.
So I was like,
plain VR.
yeah, but I was like a little bit drunk. So I was like, maybe it was that. you
Yeah.
know? I'm gonna just try it. So
Yeah.
we were playing this racing game, and I was like halfway through the race, and I was just like, oh god, I need to throw up. I was like, can you guys take me out? And he was
Yeah.
like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I need to throw up right now. And I threw up again, and I realized after that I had like
Really
this
bad
motion sickness problem, and I'd kind of known because I could go on roller coasters, but not like the super intense like loop ones my
Yeah.
whole life.
Damn.
But I never really thought that deeply into it. I
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
I feel like when you get pushed to something, that's when you're like, oh, okay, so I am scared of this, or I am like really,
Yeah.
really like terrified.
That's
'Cause
interesting.
you like roller coasters. You like the
I love.
ups.
Yeah, I hate drops. Cannot fucking do like Supreme Scream and shit. You know, like
Is that Six Flags?
oh, that's nuts. Oh shit, my bad. I forget you're not OC native.
No. Well, I was born
You
here.
were born.
I was born here,
You
yeah.
were born like in Mission Viejo, right?
I think nobody knows that, but yeah,
Dude,
I
that's
was born.
Mission Viejo.
I was
Everyone
not born in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I feel like
And I
that's
wa-
something that people ask me a lot.
Yeah, dude, that's what's so funny. Like, I'd not to get like super nerdy into like hip hop, but like, are you familiar with DJ Premier, like legendary producer in the '90s and stuff?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, and so like he has like the New York sound. Like he created the New York sound for production. But my man was born in Texas and lived there for like 18 years. So
That's funny.
I find it really funny how like I don't know, like the more people I meet, especially like when you were like one of the first people I met that like really like repped where you were from, at least? Like you're proud of like being from Kentucky, I feel like. When I say from, I mean you spending and growing up a lot of time in Kentucky.
Yeah, I think I spent why I like rep it so hard is because I feel like the foundational years of like what made me into who I am now, as in just making music itself and all of the things that came with that, happened there. So before that, I felt as if I was kind of just, I mean, I was doing like high school and like or I guess middle school things and like being a little kid. But Kentucky was where I felt like I like became like an adult and I was like, these are my interests now. Like,
that's crazy.
This is what I want to pursue.
Yeah. You know how Jack Harlow like reps Kentucky? Like he's like, I'm a Kentucky rapper making it for Kentucky. Do you feel that same responsibility or not at all?
No, but I understand why Jack was like, I mean, obviously I know Jack.
Yeah.
So
wait, can you tell that story like when
of how we met?
Yeah.
Okay, so oh wow, this is actually good stuff. So
clip this.
When I lived in Kentucky, I used to get off school every day at like 3 and then drive an hour away to Louisville. My like junior year of high school, I want to say, it was first started making music.
Is that like the main city in Kentucky?
Well, we have Lexington as well, but Louisville is kind of there's like an art hub and there's
cool.
good music, like great people, like cool art that comes from there. So everything. So
it was like LA and Orange County.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
perfect.
I lived in some like rinky dink ass like place in Kentucky,
Yeah.
but I would drive there. So I just started making music. And I knew I'd known from like seeing other people self promo that nobody wants to hear your like fucking shitty ass music. So I was like, okay, so how am I gonna like advance my career while not being like a cornball and being like,
oh shit, yeah,
you know, like this is what I do, bro. Like check out my SoundCloud. So I bought a camera and I started going to rap shows in Kentucky to take pictures of people.
Oh, that's right.
And I was buying like I was just
you were like Lil Xan.
It was just a Polaroid. It was just a Polaroid camera. And I used to get cool like I would get like anime film or like Disney film, and because people wanted them like bad. So I was meeting all these people, and I'd like somewhat heard of Jack Harlow because I used to work in the Highlands in Louisville. I guess anyone listening from Louisville would know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like a place where like a lot of like art. It's like an art hub, I would say.
Cool, yeah.
Like area. So I worked there, and from being there a lot, I had like heard of this kid Jack Harlow, who at the time probably had like 6,000 followers like on Instagram.
What year is this? Like
2016 or 17.
Wow.
So I was taking these pictures for people, and I started to like hear about this guy like Jack Harlow, like he's rapping, he makes mixtapes, all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I need to like meet this guy because he like sounds cool, and I want to like take pictures of him and like show him my music, like, whatever. Yeah. So I didn't end up meeting him for like that whole year, and I was going to this party with one of my friends, and I was telling her, I was like, damn, like I it sucks that like I feel like I've like met everybody and seen everything except like I haven't met this dude. Like I bet like we'd be friends. Like he seems like such a like a nice guy, whatever. And we get to this party, and you know, like knock on the door, like we're about to walk inside, and he answers the door.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's wearing a Brad Paisley, who's like a country artist shirt, and I was wearing a Kenny Chesney shirt. And instantly, like, we were like, oh, bro, like...
No way.
that shirt is crazy, like, whatever. So we start talking about whatever, and we don't talk about music at all. We talk for probably, like, an hour. And then at the end, I was like, yo, I know you, like, make music and stuff. Like, shit is cool. And I was like, I make music, too. And he was like, word, like... That's cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's fun.
So I'm gonna go home. So like maybe 2 days goes by, or no. Actually, so that night, even though I felt like it didn't go super well at first, I sent him my music anyways. I sent a link to it. I was like, oh, this is it. If you want to like check it out, I like met you at the party. 2 days later, he responds and he was like, bro, this shit is hard. Like.
Do you remember what you sent him? Any songs that are out still?
Yeah, it was the first song I made. It's called Lil Shuda.
The first song you made.
Lord forgive me. But yeah, very cringe. But at the time he was like, yeah, dude, like this is hard. Whatever. And then we started like chopping it up. Figured out that we both liked Yu-Gi-Oh! And like Pokemon and like kind of had like some common interests. And then for like the rest of that year, he kind of like, I guess you could say like kind of took me under his wing, like just gave me advice and stuff. And we became like somewhat friends, and he was actually the one that convinced me to move out of Kentucky.
Really?
Because he told me that he was moving to Atlanta, and he was like, I feel like to do like what we want to do or whatever, we should probably go somewhere else. Because at the time, like he wasn't what he is now. Because now, like, being from Louisville, it's like, oh yeah, bro, we have fucking Jack Harlow, like it's lit.
Yeah, he's the.
But at that
name
time,
now,
like Bryson Tiller had
I was
come out
gonna
of
say
Louisville,
Bryson, yeah.
but that was kind of
Oh,
the
really?
only.
Out of there too. Yeah,
Yeah, Bryson Tiller did,
and
but
he repped Kentucky
he
hard.
and he did hard. But
I don't know how many people actually repped Kentucky.
That's the problem.
See, but
He was
Jack
only
is just-
Bryson
Where is
and Jack.
Kentucky?
Yeah, where is fucking time?
It's
How far
like-
from New York?
I want to say like 12 plus hours,
Of a
maybe
of a
13
drive?
hours.
Of a drive?
Yeah, of a drive.
No, Joe, on a
Of a
plane.
fucking
Oh,
plane.
plane.
He's going to
On a
Europe.
plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They're
fly
going
much, bro. I don't
around.
fly much.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, he was just like, yeah, man, I think that if you want to do like what we do, like you should get out. Like I'm moving to Atlanta, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should go to LA then, or New York. And he was like, you should go to New York, and I was like, yeah.
So how come like you didn't want to go to Atlanta or anything? Why was it LA or New York? Even though those are like the obvious cities, but still.
So when I was like younger, obviously I was born in Orange County, and I had lived in not LA, but a suburb of LA when I was a kid, and I kind of like was familiar with it. And then New York, like I had family that lived there.
Okay, cool.
So I'd been there before. Atlanta was just like it was
Purely
uncharted
brand new.
territory.
Yeah, I feel
I didn't
that.
know anybody. But LA and New York, I felt like I knew at least some people, like at least that I could stay with, or something, just to like get my feet on the ground.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll pick like one of those.
Dude, shout out Jack Harlow, dude. That's so crazy. Cause like I remember years ago, like right when What's Poppin' happened, you briefly told me about him. I didn't know this story. So when What's Poppin' came out, sorry, we won't talk about Jack that much. But I'm just kidding.
We can't.
Yeah,
I've never like
because
said
I'm so
this
curious about like
publicly ever.
when that song literally popped off for him. Was that like a moment for you of like, damn, like this is crazy? Like I was literally I've been cool with this dude, and now he's like a fucking superstar, which he is now.
See, it's funny because in 2019 when Pumpkin Scream blew up and stuff, for a short period I felt like I was like gaining on him. I was like, because I still looked at him as like he's like a cool guy from Louisville, so I was like, oh, like I was not like we're competing, but I was like, oh, dude, like me and Jack, like it's crazy. And then What's Poppin' like happened. And he just became such a like, I guess now like household name. I would say.
Literally, yeah, absolutely.
No, but I was like really happy. Honestly, he's mad funny, like good ass dude.
Yeah.
And I recently I like sent him this thing, this like picture of us.
Oh shit, really?
From 2017. That's like still on my Instagram, and it says 2017 gonna be a good year for Louisville.
You gotta send me this picture.
I think it's like, and I think it's like his like water fountain, which is like his collective like private garden, and like a pumpkin emoji, like plus.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's 23 years old.
Oh fuck, dude, what's up with?
He graduated a year before me, so he's y'all's age.
Do you think money makes someone look much older? Because I swear that man looks 28 in the most respectful way possible.
Yeah, I think that
like crazy money.
I think that it's got to be just like, I mean, I don't know personally, but maybe it's like a stylist or or just the fact that he probably has access to any like not cosmetic, like
That's
as
what
in
I'm saying.
surgery, but cosmetic as in like like clothes or
That's
like
what-
jewelry
yeah,
or
I
whatever
agree.
as he wants.
Because I swear, dude, I see some of these huge ass celebrities. I'm like, you look 30 in a good way. Like you look old and mature.
Yeah.
I think I just have a problem like looking like I'm 12 years old, even with facial hair. Finally, like it took me many years to finally grow this beard.
You have like a weird thing when it comes to like, you know, people have body dysphoria. Like you have like
Age dysphoria.
where you're like, I want to look old,
I
even
hate
though you
looking
do
young.
look your age.
I appreciate it. Tattoos and facial hair help a tiny bit, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like you did not look your age like when I first met you.
Yeah, I felt like I looked older though
That's
a little
what I'm saying,
bit
you
because
did.
I had like the long beard.
What did you used to have something different with your facial hair? It was like a villainous facial hair.
No. It was just really long and
Okay.
like bushy.
Yeah.
And then also obviously my hair looked a lot different.
Yeah.
It was like very like short and like
Yeah.
swept to the side, like not
We-
not the vibe,
Not
but
Casper vibe. When you were talking about household name, like, do you ever think like I don't know, I'm not putting you in an underground category, but people who rep underground are like super passionate about it too, and they're like someone like Doom, right? Like legendary.
Yeah.
And you would never see him on fucking Kiss FM or some shit.
Uh-huh.
RIP. But like, do you want to be a household name as far as like just beyond commercial status? And I mean that in the most like respectful way.
yeah, of course.
Because obviously everyone wants that, obviously, but I'm just saying like as far as you know, sonically with your music and everything.
See, I think sonically I like to do a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
I feel like you know that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, listen to Long Halloween. I mean, every song feels different.
It's a lot different. Right?
Yeah. Like
But-
Moshi Moshi 2 literally sounds like Drake's first album. and then you hear I missed the name. My favorite song. I just told
Oh,
you.
Let Me Die.
Yeah, like that, they're totally like polar opposites in a lot of way, but it fits your style though at the end of the day.
See, I think like the whole thing for me and like why I was doing it in the first place was like I really just wanted to like make stuff that was whatever like I was literally feeling at the time, and music for like people like me that I felt were going through similar things like in life. So, and I think now like with everything that's happened in TikTok and like labels and all that shit, like, maybe I've like subconsciously pushed like a little bit more with certain aspects towards like some commercialization of what I do, but at the root of it, it's just if that's the route that it ends up going, like it'll go.
Definitely.
And if not, that's totally fine with me.
And that's a hard question to answer because it's like we live in such a internet world where
Yeah,
you can
right.
have that same fame as Jack Harlow, but not have that like LA fame, like Grammys and all. You could still go to Grammys, but like what I mean, it's like you could still have that by all these other people.
Especially with like making.
Do you not realize how many people are in the world? Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
literally.
people.
Okay, I've been wanting to ask you this for a while.
Okay.
You have easily one of the coolest names. Like you and I
His
both.
face.
You and I both have like somewhat unique names. Like I've never met someone with my government name, and I'd have never met anyone named Gasper.
Yeah.
Why Savage Gasp? Why not Gasper?
Oh, okay.
Or will you ever go just Gasper?
So I saw that Post Malone said that he used a like random rap name generator to get his name. So
That's what happened.
I did the same thing.
There you go.
Just put in Gasper. It came up with like a bunch of
Oh,
different...
it even said just gasp for it. Like
Yeah.
oh shit.
Savage Gas... Or no, I think it might have been Savage Gasper or something.
It's even hard.
But yeah, right.
That's hard.
But I just shortened it to Gas because Gasp was already my nickname since I was a kid because my dad's name is Gasper. So he would just say Gas.
You're a junior?
The fourth.
You're like Stanley Yelnats, the fourth. Do not give me that eye. Please tell me you know
Please
about
tell me you know
Holes.
that movie.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, okay.
Got a kick out of my house.
Do you guys know the movie Holes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, Holes is
Alright.
the greatest fucking movie. Shut it up, bo.
I haven't seen it in a
I
really
don't want to
long
get
time.
copyrighted.
Since like Disney Channel
Oh,
days.
fucking so good.
Dude,
Okay, dude, I didn't know that. Wow.
But yeah, I'm the fourth.
Yeah, how do you feel? Dude, that was literally one of my questions. Is Baby Gasper in the future going to be a junior? Because it's such a great
It would
name.
be the fifth, but
Would you want to do that or negative? And with you?
I think Gasper I mean my dad, he'd probably kill me if I didn't. So I feel obligated.
Oh
to.
shit! Oh wow! So this
Well,
is
yeah,
some
because
real
you
shit.
gotta keep it going.
Damn. Well, I mean,
His name's Gasper. His dad's name is not Gasper though. It was like his grandpa's name was Gasper.
okay.
would you at
So-
least put it like in a middle name?
Yeah, like
Does
Yeah,
it
we
work
say-
that
yeah,
way
yeah,
still
yeah.
if you put it in a middle
yeah.
name?
No,
No.
I'm gonna have to make if it's yeah.
Well, thank God it's not like a
gonna be
terrible
Gasper.
name. You know,
No, I
it's
think
phenomenal.
It's cool. It's different.
Like if you had to be
What is
Stanley.
it? Where does the name in general like?
Italian.
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
At least it's not Humphrey.
Have you been to the homeland?
Italy?
Yeah.
So
No.
it's Italian name?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
his last name.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's out there, but it's beautiful.
A lot of people ask me if it's French, but it's Italian.
Your last name's like Vespucci Beach or something, right? Like.
Vespucci Beach.
It's Magadino.
Oh, okay.
Vespucci Beach.
You're close.
Dude, have you ever been to?
Delfino Plaza.
Have you ever been to
Sounds like a
Maggiano's?
GTA name.
It
Yeah,
was.
it does.
It's Vespucci
Did
Beach
you
from
really?
GTA.
Did you?
Yeah, Vespucci.
No, I haven't been to Italy though ever.
Oh,
My
no?
parents have obviously gone a lot, but
Yeah. You've
me
been-
and my brother, neither one of us speak Italian or have gone to the
Oh
homeland.
wow.
Do you wish you did? Like I'm half.
No, you're not half Spanish. You're like a
Mexican.
quarter.
Well, however you split hairs, I'm technically Mexican, but like I don't know a lick of Spanish except for "Por qué no los dos?" 'Cause
That's also from a commercial.
Yeah, it's from that one
Uh-huh.
Taco Girl commercial.
See, I took Spanish up to Spanish 4 in high school, so I probably know more
Oh,
than
that's
you.
crazy. Really?
Yeah.
See, like she understands Spanish fully. Like she can hear a full-on
Well,
conversation.
I'm first generation.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Exactly, but she can't speak it. So I didn't know if that was like.
Yeah, I understand a lot more Spanish than I do Italian. Even though
Damn.
they're very similar languages.
Yeah. Do you think that'll ever be like an interest of you to do like in the future, like learn Italian or anything?
Maybe. I don't know, because my grandma speaks Spanish and Italian at home, and her and my grandpa like mostly speak that to each other.
Yeah.
My dad also speaks Italian, and my mom fully understands Italian.
Well, you could pick up some like serious honeys and homies with that
I feel,
language. You know what I'm saying?
I feel left out a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
I feel like I want to be Italian.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. My
Have
dad.
you guys been? I was like, have you guys been to Olive Garden?
It is the funniest one.
Yeah. Well,
Do you think so? I feel like it's very beautiful though. Like, well, yeah, I like it.
I love it. I mean, my
cool.
last name, if you take off the
E?
last letter, it sounds Italian and not Mexican. I don't want to say it out loud, even though
We
it's
can
probably
just
out
say it
there.
and just cut it out.
Oh, okay. It's Bracamontes, but
Oh, yeah, I
get
know
rid of
that.
the S is like Bracamonte. Or
Bracamonte.
No, that's Bracamonte.
Yeah.
I love pronouncing your last name so Mexican.
Yeah, I love. Damn, I'm not even trying to be like appropriating cultures, but Italians, they're dope.
Yeah, it's funny because my name isn't actually Gasper. It's Gashpare. That's how you pronounce it.
You could have so many better rap
No. But my.
Dude, if you want to make wine,
Yeah. We should
Or
do that.
you know Gunna's real name?
Sergio Kitchens. Had that on tap.
But
Of course I know Gunner's
I
name.
have it in file.
But
course.
he like his name was like he was born to have like a fashion like Louis Vuitton, like those
Sergio
names.
Kitchens.
Yeah. Is it really pronounced that?
It's one of the worst fucking names I've ever heard.
No, I don't think it's pronounced that way. Last name. I just heard him on the Breakfast Club.
Kitchens. It's spelled Kitchens.
Well, anyways, he's gonna do some fashion shit, and like that's a perfect name for it. So
So
your
his
name
clothes are
could
gonna
be
be called
that.
kitchens.
It's not pronounced kitchens.
Okay.
All right, but I'm Gunna's number one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
stan.
Apparently, you know more about Gunner
Yeah.
than I do.
Drip too soft.
And
my
Grant,
favorite.
you know every language of everyone, right? You just said that you didn't know anything of Spanish.
Yeah, there you go.
Not even a little.
But rap names and producer names now, it's so funny how that like happened. Like I woke up one day in high school and I was like, if I were to ever make music, I would just go by LLusion.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not even trying to be like on some like crazy.
Well, your name wasn't just LLusion though.
Yeah, I went by LLusion the Reviver. That was my full name.
It's like Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, well, like it was, or like Damu the Fudge Monk, or J. Rude the Damager. Like it was all those names like
Because
that.
you're very like deep
hip hop. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I was
you
inspired.
know a lot more about that than I do, honestly.
Oh, dude, you gotta get with it. I was a big hip hop head. Like I used to write UGHH.
That was like the number one reason why he tried to break up with me too.
Dude, it was so bad. Like we were talking about this at dinner the other night, but like she was a big 1D fan in high school. Like what girl wasn't in that era?
I mean, most people were.
Yeah, most people were. And I literally was like, we gotta break
that
up.
he
This
made
ain't
it.
gonna
You guys,
work.
he made a pro and con list of me.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
gross. I was lame as fuck.
And I still stayed with him
A
after.
pro
Dude.
and con list?
Dude,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna out
Oh, no,
myself.
bro. I would have.
No, dude, don't worry.
that.
I will out my soccer player. I will out myself right now.
That's fine.
I will out myself right now. Like I literally was the biggest music snob. Like I was like, I have that on vinyl. Like I was that guy. And it's really disappointing.
I hate people like you.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, I hated myself. I can look
I
back
still
on it.
bring up the day. I
Yeah.
still bring up how he acted. I was like, dude, I hated you.
It's so scary to think like if I got like tattoos back then, like what the fuck I would get.
Oh, and yeah, you would.
I would
look
get
so
like
different.
I would get like liquid swords and like album names on my shit, but
I'm glad that you waited.
yeah, transition time, tattoos. Okay, not to be like a fucking square or anything. Like clearly, like we're both covered in shit. But like,
Yeah.
do you ever fear? Does ever the fear in your head of like regretting any tattoos that you have?
No.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Like, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're okay.
If you walk into a bank, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, there's two different people, right? There's people that have your resemblance, right? Like superstar resemblance.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
nice.
of course. You walk
I don't
into
know
a
about
bank.
that, but
No,
okay.
you walk
Sure,
into
thank
a
you.
bank and they're probably thinking like, "Oh, this dude's about to like rob me." And then you're like, "Yo, let me take out like 10
Do they
bands."
still
real quick."
rob
Yeah, see,
banks?
this happens. This happens all the time.
It
'Cause
happens to me too.
I go to a bank that, my business account bank, when I need to, do something that's like a bigger amount
Yeah.
of money that I need to take out. And they do, I mean, not like I'm going to rob it, but they do ask. They're like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
what's like with the tattoos? Like,
Bands to make her dance, you know.
well, when I got arrested, the
You
cop-
got arrested?
Yeah, I got arrested during the protests.
You did?
Yep, I did.
Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Dude, what? Why? How did I know this?
No, we brought like supplies to people, and
Yeah.
we were
That's what
out.
we did.
We were out past curfew, and
Oh, shit.
the cops just pulled up and like literally like pushed us like up against this wall, and then it just came up. They were like, "Why do you have so many tattoos, man?" I was like, I was like, oh, I'm a rapper, and they were like, kind of laughed at it, and I was like, no, I'm like being dead serious. Like that's my like job.
How do you feel about that onlook of like you always see those like TikToks like red flags and it's like SoundCloud rapper or whatever. Like, is that like, because like when if I really am talking to like some old white people, I'm in the music business. I do music engineering, production,
before you were
like
even
that.
signed, like when I would tell my friends, like this is when we were working like a 9-to-5 job, and I would tell them like, oh, my husband is a producer, and they're like, SoundCloud producer, really? I'm like, well, no, he's like, not that.
See, it's interesting that there's like this negative connotation towards like the term like SoundCloud like artist,
which
or,
I
like,
think that term's dying soon. I have this feeling it is.
I just think that it's because certain people like set some standard at some point of what in I guess like a normal person's head's like that's supposed to like look like or be, and there's like this negative connotation that comes with it. But like SoundCloud is just the easiest way to get your music
platform.
out there.
Yeah, exactly.
But it could be like DatPiff or Spinrilla or any other music sharing website.
Yeah.
It's just like.
But like not to do like apples and oranges, but clearly there's tons of different subgenres of rap. And hip hop, like for example, like, you know, if I put you next to a conscious rapper, you know, like I don't
Corday
know.
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
Corday.
yeah.
You guys are both labeled rappers.
Yes.
So I'm curious if people that are maybe more on the conscious side or whatever, I wonder if they have this stigma of like, yeah, I'm a rapper or something, or if they're like, yeah, no, I rap kind of, you know, I'm always curious about, because like producers can get away with that. I feel they're like, I'm a music producer. Like, oh, that's interesting. You know, but so I'm just saying because I feel bad that stigma will be on that name. Of like,
it's not something that I ever.
But he calls himself a singer too.
You're
a good singer
I look at you more of a singer sometimes.
I was gonna say I like just make like whatever, you know, like
you're an artist, you're a vocalist,
and I never like intended to be labeled as rapper, singer, or anything. Well, I mean, I didn't really think anyone was gonna hear my music in the first place, besides, you know, my friends and people that I wanted to hear, because like obviously starting off, like it wasn't always my intention to like make this, I guess, like a career path or something that I just do every day.
What do you mean by that? Because I know you and me have talked about this, like since high school. I was like, this is what I want to do. But how you when you say it, it almost sounds like it kind of like fell in your lap and you just fucking excelled to the fullest. Like, how did it go for you?
I think that I still took it seriously. I still wanted to like be the best that I could be at it, but I wasn't ever concerned about making money from it. Like when I was working my job and doing it, I was perfectly content with that. There's no problems.
Really?
I didn't.
What job is this at the time?
I think construction.
You did construction?
I did a bunch of things, but
no way.
Maybe that at the time, but I don't think that I was like overly concerned. Like I wanted to be the best that I could be, but at that time, like I was like in the red from whatever I was spending money on at the time. But that wasn't like my biggest concern.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I've only had 2 jobs, and one was like a big corporate one of Costco. And like not even trying to be like dramatic, but
he wasn't even capable of keeping that job.
Dude, I almost got fired like 10 times, but the people that like I was just respectful to people, so like they kind of like kept me there.
They let it go.
Yeah, they kind of let it go. Like I wasn't an asshole. At least I tried not to be. But I'm not even trying to be dramatic, but like being around a whole ass company of people that have been there for like decades and they're just so content with it. It started to like play mind tricks on me of like, maybe if this music doesn't work out, like that's okay. Like I can just be here the rest of my life, even though I knew that's not what I was like supposed to do. And then luckily I quit and then went to like a cool coffee shop gig for like a little bit.
And I did that as well.
Really? Were you a barista? Or like
I was a barista.
I was a cook. I made like omelets and shit.
Oh wow!
I could make you a mean omelet.
It was like a diner vibe.
No,
it was like a small coffee shop. Like
they overdid themselves.
It was like a little coffee shop. Bakery kind of bagels, like
that's what I worked at too.
No, but like this place did not need to be selling omelets. Let's just say, like it's one of those spots.
Was it like Central Perk, like from Friends? Like was it like that
exactly
kind of thing?
That size?
Okay.
Like that small, like like countertop,
like cafe vibe.
You would not see an omelet coming out of Central
Like there's
Perk.
no kitchen in the back. The kitchen's in the front.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see. So it was. I had one stove top, and I had to make like 10 omelets at a time.
Because I was the only coffee. So we lived up in a hill, like up in the hills in Orange, and
rich white people everywhere.
That was the only little coffee and bagel place, and it would open really early. So like, there's a lot of old people around there too. So it's like constant busy. Can
I tell you a story from there?
Sure.
It's Mother's Day.
John, I'm gonna turn off the air.
Okay, thank you. super busy day for Mother's Day. Okay. I mean, everyone and their mother. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
And so I, clock in 6 a.m. normal shift, whatever, right? And then it's picking up like heavily. I'm like, damn, a lot of people. And there's like a little, I don't know how it was for you and your experiences, but like there's like a metal bar and you put the tickets in there, right? Like know what order's next. There were so many tickets, shit was getting layered, like over on top of fucking tickets. So I'm not gonna front. There was a couple times where we're on like, it was always out of 100 numbers. So every time you reach number 99, it starts over to 1.
To right? 1, yeah.
So we're on like number 77.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. This is like the third round of that, right? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we're on number 77. And I looked behind and there was a ticket behind it that said number 43. And I'm like, oh, this is a long time ago. And I definitely did not do this. So I like looked around. And I kind of just like crumpled the ticket and threw it in the trash and pretended I never got it.
Wow.
So in case the customer was like, where the fuck's my order? I'd be like, we never got a ticket, right?
Uh-huh.
No, wait. Stop there. Hold up.
Wait, are you sure?
Let me bounce to me.
Okay.
My mom picked me up on Mother's Day, and his work is like walking distance from his house. So I told my mom, hey, let's go to Jonathan's bagel place and get bagels for Mother's Day and surprise him. My mom goes, yeah, cool. We're going to the bagel place. We did our order. He has not seen me yet.
Because we're busy as fuck. I'm focused.
I'm like trying to sit there and smile like this the whole time because I'm like hoping he's able to like turn around and like sense me, but he didn't. So I'm sitting on like one of the bars and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. We're like, what's going on with our bagels? And he has not seen me yet. Mm-hmm. And then go ahead.
And so my boss comes up behind me. And she goes, where's ticket 43? And I'm like, I don't know. We didn't get anything. She goes, she looked at me and she looked behind and she like guides my eyes over and she goes, it's for your wife. So the fucking,
and that was the one that you threw away?
It was her and my mother-in-law. And I fucking threw away the ticket. Dude, my heart, it was like a level of like shame, embarrassment.
It was like, your fault that I couldn't have a plain bagel.
Yeah, and then
Dude, it was a plain bagel with cream cheese. It was
literally the most easiest order, not to mention by the time it was time for me to like, oh fuck, let me make your order, we're all out of the bagels. So it was a disaster. Like, what are the fucking odds?
Do you remember you used to bring me frozen hot chocolate?
Oh yeah, I used to bring you the hot chocolate. But like, dude, hundreds of people coming into the coffee shop and the one ticket I forget was fucking my wife's. Hilarious. Anyways. Crazy shit.
Someone threw a coffee in my face once.
No shit. I see videos like that all the time.
Somebody was like paying with quarters, which is like
like fucking Kramer.
No, obviously that's fine, but he was just like, oh yeah, like this is like what I have, and I was like, well, the coffee's $3.75, just $2.25, and he was like, yeah, just make it for me, and I was like probably like 16 or 17 at the time, and I was like, oh sir, like you gotta pay for the coffee like everybody else. And he's like, what do you mean like pay for the coffee, man? And he's like, why are you giving me a fucking attitude? And I was just like, oh no. I was like, I'm not giving you. I was like trying to like motion to my manager. I was like, yo, this dude's fucking crazy. Like,
this is in Kentucky?
Yeah, this is in Kentucky. But it was like a similar vibe. It was like a local like coffee shop. So I didn't want to like deal with this guy's shit. So I just gave him the coffee, and he's like, this coffee isn't even hot, man. And it was like older, like like every like couple hours you'll change it. And I was like, oh, it's all good. Like, I'll just like make you a new one. He's like, nah, I don't want a new one. And I was like, you don't want a new one? I was like, no. But then I was like, you didn't even fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
And I knew when I said that, like, it had fucked up because you literally just grabbed it and like,
oof. No.
Yes. And
did he mean it that it wasn't that hot?
Oh yeah, and I knew when it didn't burn my face, it wasn't that hot.
You're like, damn.
It really wasn't that hot. Yeah. Because I was just like, but yeah, then it was like there was yelling at one another, and the Facebook like post that he posted about me. My mom like was reading me the Facebook review that he left us.
Shit.
He's like this like little fucking kid with like blonde highlights, like this rude like fucking like whatever.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you've lived in New York, lived in Boston, obviously been in Kentucky. You know, like people, there's like a huge stereotype of Boston people, huge stereotype of New York people. Yo, let me get bacon, egg, cheese. All this shit. What are Kentucky people like? Is there really like a lot of stereotypes?
Nah, like they're just Southern.
Okay. Like, hey y'all, like that? Southern?
I mean, I feel like the way that I looked, like when I was 16, I mean, I had tattoos already.
Okay.
I had like blonde like highlights in my hair, and it was dumb long, like probably as long as it is right now, maybe a little bit longer. So I feel like people were kind of like,
you had tattoos back then? Sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah. I mean,
how old were you when you got your first tat?
I was like 15 or 16.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
And I got the tiger tattoo when I was for my 16th birthday.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah.
So I feel like definitely they would like judge me a little bit.
For sure.
But yeah, that was the stereotype. I guess the stereotype is very not progressive there.
Got it.
I would say like.
That.
People look at you real crazy
Yeah.
if you look a little bit different. Like if I went there like now, like looking like the Joker, it would probably be crazy. Because I even when I went back to Kentucky this summer, I hadn't been in 2 years.
Yeah.
Went back to Kentucky and just going out and stuff. I felt like I was an alien.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Felt like the way that people were looking at me, like, which was cool because like a lot of people from the Highlands and like people that I had like known, like obviously like knew why I had like looked
of course
a little bit crazy now, and that was sick, but.
Well, not to call out your parents because I know you got a good relationship with them, but we can cut this out if we need to. But if you don't mind me asking, like, are they more because of being in Kentucky and being an older generation? Are they more on like a conservative side rather?
No,
really? Okay,
no.
That's dope. Okay,
not at all. My dad like I feel like was like a bit more conservative with like what he like tried. I guess allowed me to do like in high school. But my mom's real cool.
Yeah.
Like she's
That's
like
dope.
that fucking dude.
Shout out
like
Jill.
Yeah, Jill for real. Like she took me to get the tattoo and signed for it.
Oh,
what?
wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she always just wanted me to like express myself like however I wanted to, and she wasn't like against anything.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Anti anything.
Definitely. It's weird because like, you know, her mom had her and her twin sister really young. And surprisingly, I always trip out on this. Again, we met when we were 16, but when she was in middle school, like you were, you know, heavy emo phase, you know, escape the fate, all that shit, right? Fucking falling
My
in
sister
reverse
had
and
snake
shit, right?
bites.
Falling in reverse.
Yes.
Yikes.
Raised by the wolves.
Raised by wolves.
Yes.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah. So, but I hated that shit growing up, which is so funny because I have a huge respect for it now. I was running the other day. Some girl had a shirt that said "Emo's not dead," and I was like, "Yeah,
Such a dad.
yeah." But like, so she had plugs when you were how old? Like 13 or something.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade when everything
and
happened.
I was just so surprised when I heard these stories that like her mom like let her do it. Like
my mom went to the pierce shop and got us snake bites.
Yeah, a lot of people's parents I feel like are like just cool. Like
like I got lucky too. Like my dad's super conservative.
He's cool though.
I'm glad you like him.
He's fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like I'm gonna bring up a song okay, In Tunnel of Love, right? Mm-hmm. I thought when my dad first heard it, since he knew she was gonna be in the music video and all this stuff, I thought he was going to enjoy the other rapper much more.
Okay.
Just because it's more like
because my part sounded like shit. Yeah.
And he was like, dude, that fucking, he keeps calling you Casper, Casper mattress. And he goes, dude, Casper went in like that shit.
I remember he said that.
Yeah, he was like, dude, like he's doing some different shit. And anyways, so shout out DB. And but he was like a huge like new wave punk in the 80s. So like when I told him I wanted to like paint my nails and get my septum pierced and shit like that, he was like totally on board for it, despite his, you know, certain political views.
He said that when I first met him, he's like, dude, you're just doing your own thing, man, and like I could like really get behind that, man. Like,
I love how he knows how your dad talks.
Yeah, he's like, it's cool, man. Honestly, like I heard it and I was like, wow, it's just different. I was like, yeah,
shout out to him.
Thank you. Yeah,
but and here we are, like 2 years later.
He still brings you up all the time. He goes, how's Casper? I'm like, we're good. They're good.
He always brings you up.
That's sick.
That's
like, my guy.
He doesn't talk to me often. You know?
Oh, bro, come on.
I'm kidding. But damn, no, that's crazy. Okay,
I have a question, but going back to like your tattoos and like the way you look now, I just like we have tattoos and I have such a more distinct tattoo that is more face. Not a lot of girls can have neck tattoos, like
especially bat wings and a skull.
Shit is hard.
Have you ever like been in a situation where like things weren't like the way they talk to you and the way they like if you're in a grocery store or like in a store, do you ever feel like people were like watching you or following you or just like not respecting? Like we were trying to go and just look for apartments and we're like, hey, let's just go in and walk and just maybe we can get a viewing, right? And we walked in and we're all, you can see my tattoos, you can see his tattoos, and the girl just straight out was like, do you want to see a viewing? Or like, yeah, please, can we see a viewing? And she's like, okay, so where are you living now? We're like, we live in like, where we area is, it's very like a nice area, so everyone knows where this area is. So I told them where we live, and I told them that we have a house with 5 bedrooms and that we want to go smaller just to save. And she's like, what do you have? Even though I told them that this is our house, like I already told them it's me and my husband's house, she totally ignored that. She goes, so with roommates? I go, no, me and my husband. She goes, so how did you get into a house with only, so you have 5 bedrooms with just you two. Just how did you get that?
With that much rent. Like
she goes, how did you get that? And
oh,
I
like
go,
she was trying to like call you out.
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah.
Like I didn't understand the question because she goes, how'd you get that? And I go, what do you mean? How'd I get that? Like, why? Or like how? Like money wise? And she just never. I didn't respond to her because I'm like, I'm not gonna explain to you like.
The situation, yeah.
Do you ever like been in a situation like that where it just feels like anything you say, they're just these people are just gonna question you and be like, well, how'd you do that?
I think, and this is like I started doing this after I met you guys, but once I started like getting more and more tattoos, I went through like a phase for like I would say most of 2020 and some of 2021 where I was like going outside like covered fully like I would
really
wow.
No shit,
because I started to feel it really hard and like I didn't I guess have all of the tattoos that I have now, but I was like going out of my way to cover things because I really felt that I was just like, because
I don't even, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say just like you said, maybe at the grocery store, like when I'm just like paying for, or especially when I was doing something that like maybe like required like, I don't know, like buying a TV or something.
Yeah.
They're like, well, how the fuck are you affording this, bro?
You know?
Like,
yeah.
Because people started to question me, and then going to a different bank and having a business account, and they were like, so like, how, bro? Like,
I know we always get that question every time we go to the bank and they open our account and they're like, so like what? And always the question is, they're very quiet and very mean to us in the beginning, and they see the account, they're like, so like what do you guys like, how do you do this, like what do you do? We're like, you opened my account, you saw the amount, and now you're questioning what we're doing.
And I've got that a lot too, so I always try to like I always try to like keep it low key,
Sure,
which is why even until now I like kept my hair, and I usually wear a hat when I go out, and I usually wear a hoodie when I go out, and it's like, it's not to like avoid like seeing people that would know who I am or something. It's the complete opposite. It's to be very incognito mode, because I like, you know, obviously we all made this decision to get the amount of tattoos and look the way that we do, but I was I felt insecure. Honestly.
I felt insecure for a while.
Even though what we're doing, especially more so you, of just the self-expression, because like, for example, I'm kind of right in the middle, where I'm kind of in the middle between like, you know, self-expressed artist and vanilla lifestyle, where like my tattoos are again called traditional for the most part, which means more accepted, I feel like. So I don't have Mickey Mouse on my neck kind of thing, where someone could question that more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, well,
he has like
and your hands
visual like.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there's no way to cover it up. That's like the difference. Like you could wear a long sleeve.
I could easily, you know?
Like me or Six like couldn't.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, you could wear a fucking turtleneck.
And you did one time.
And I have too. Yeah,
damn.
But it's just like once you make that choice, it's like I remember when I don't know if you were there that night. I think it was maybe just me and Freddie. But when I got this, I was like, okay, like this is it. Like I had this, and you guys know because I was with you when you got
your knuckles right there.
And at that point too, I was like, okay, so I don't have a job now, so this is what I'm choosing to do, and I was like, there's no going back on this now. But when I got this, I was like, now there's really like, I thought to myself, I was like, I hope to God that I don't ever want to go back.
It's crazy because like I have one neck tattoo, right, and it says oh my god,
stick it to the man.
It's very like chill though.
It's chill because it's just writing, right? But it says, you know, don't stick it to the man, right? But it's like for School of Rock, shout Jack Black. But to be completely honest, maybe because you're right, it is chill, I didn't even think twice about it. I was just like, yeah, cool, one more. But I don't know.
I thought twice about this one too.
Yeah, I do think it's the people that don't have any tattoos and they go straight to the hands, straight to the neck, straight to the face.
It's the first thing that they see. It's just like, because even in the past, I feel like I've even told you guys this. Like I've considered getting the face tattoo.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I know you have. I know because we've talked about it.
I want like a little leaf right here.
Yeah, dude, she's been talking about this.
Like
leaf
what I have
branch.
in my finger, I would do it right here.
She's wild as
that
fuck.
would be super sick.
She gets the gnarliest shit. Like like I said, I do the whole vanilla shit. My arms are covered. I got
I
two
think
leg
that,
tats.
I don't think it's vanilla. I think that they're
Really?
cool.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to keep talking about tattoos, but we got to take a little break.
Okay.